All right, I'm going to go ahead and record I'm going to go through number 5 from the problems and exercises for you. So on this one, we've got, I'm going to go ahead and draw what we start with here. So we've got never eat shredded wheat. And we're going to start out going 12 meters at an angle 20 degrees west of north. And then we're going to go 20 meters at a direction 40 degrees west, south of west. Okay, and we want to figure out where we end up. So we want to find the resultant vector. We want to find the length of that, and then we want to find what its position is. So we want to find our angle theta. Okay, so we can start this by figuring out the x components of each vector. So if we start with our 12-meter vector, we can see that the x component is opposite the angle. So we can say that it is going to be 12 sine of 20 degrees. But this is going in the negative x direction, right? So this is going to be negative. Both of these are going in the negative x direction, so they're working together. Our y components, one's going in the positive direction, one's going in the negative direction, so we're going to see that those are actually going to cancel each other out a little bit. Minus, and then for this one, our x component is our adjacent angle, so this is going to be minus 20 cosine of 40 degrees. And then our y components are going to be, this one is going to be positive 12 cosine of 20 degrees minus 20, because this one's positive y direction, this one's negative y direction, minus 20 sine of 40 degrees. So I'll go ahead and calculate those out. So we've got 20 sine times 12 negative minus 40 cosine times 20 equals negative 19.4 meters. That's really awkward, but that's okay. And then this one is going to be 20 cosine times 12 minus 40 sine times 20. So that gives us negative 1.58. Okay, so now I know, here's my triangle, or my vector that I'm trying to learn about. I know that the x component is negative 19.4, and I know that the y component is negative 1.58. And those are both meters, even though it's a little bit hard to fit stuff in there at this point. So now that we know those, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of r. So we're going to do 19.4 squared plus 1.58 squared. And I'm just making everything positive now because I'm squaring it, so it's going to cancel anyway. And when I square root this, I'll get 19.5. Now I just need to find theta. So theta is going to be the inverse tangent of our opposite, which is negative 1.58, divided by our adjacent, which is negative 19.4. I'm ignoring the negatives again because negative divided by negative is going to be a positive. Inverse tangent. So we get that theta equals 4.66 degrees. So we find out that r is 19.5 meters. We can call it vector r is 19.5 meters, and it is 4.66 degrees south of west. So that ends up being your solution. All right, I hope that helps.